Yeah, it was really proud of our guys because we lost our way there for a bit. I thought from times our defence was good and we're getting beaten on second shots, and then offensively we had some good looks and the ball wasn't dropping for us. And then when we got the technical foul, what was it, 16 or 17 down? Something of that order. 15 was it? 15? Well, it got out to 15 or 16 because I remember calling the timeout at the stage, and we needed to change. And we went to a zone, played a lot of zone. I think they got a little tight. We were able to get some transition baskets. Got it back. When we were 15 down, 16, whatever it was, we were talking to Dean and Coase, and the objective right now is to get it into single figures by three-quarter time. Get it into single figures. And I think we got it back to 8, was it? Something like that. So we felt like we had a fighting chance. And then in the last quarter, I think we were really aggressive. We got into the bonus early, and that made their defense a whole lot tougher. And then when it got close, they made some uncharacteristic turnovers that helped us. So we feel very fortunate to get away with that game. This is an extraordinarily tough place to play, and that is a very, very good team. So that is a big, big win for us in the context of the season because of not just because we made a comeback, but it's who we made the comeback against and the talent that they have and where we made the comeback in this environment where not many people win. So.
You said something last time about the environment and the way it was. Did you guys prepare differently? Did you prepare yourself for it or anything like that differently to get yourself ready for the top atmosphere you're going to face?
No, we didn't. They're a hard team to scout because they execute as good as any in the competition. Fernie has them running their stuff as good as anyone in the competition. And early on, they were making some shots. We got guys into foul trouble. We were tentative on the defensive end. And if you're not playing at an extremely high level, they will pick you off because of the way in which they execute. And early on, they were picking us off. You know, Wertho was doing his thing. Jawai down low was a beast. We had to send doubles to him because it's just too hard to contain one-on-one. We had all sorts of problems. And really, it was. I think the pivotal decision was when we went to the zone. We went to a zone, packed it in, took the odds to them making or missing some shots, and they did. They missed some shots for us, and like I said, when it got tight, when it got close, we uncharacteristically they just made a couple of turnovers that really favoured us, and we were good enough down the stretch. I thought Josh Powell down the stretch is as good as he's been. As good as he's been with us at both ends of the floor. Big presence inside, an intimidating factor. Nana missed a put, scores a level. Nana misses one that 99 times out of 100 he'd probably make. But the mere fact, the threat of Josh is being there, the intimidation factor, he misses one that we got out of jail on. And we were fortunate enough to, down the other end, Josh and Brad Newley made some big plays, and Kev was running the show, and we hit our free throws down the stretch. You know, we made free throws because we got in the bonus, so a lot of our action was coming from the free throw line.
How much of a factor do you feel Jawai's bailing out was? That way gave Josh more confidence to go at it a bit more?
Yeah, well, we would go, when he had 4, it was one of those ones that I was in two minds whether it was how good it would be. Because what happens when he's got 4 and we go on at Josh, Jawai being tentative, trying to protect himself, can be, I was thinking, well, that might be an opportunity because Nana comes in, he's not in that foul trouble, and then he's playing legitimate defense. Whereas I was thinking, maybe Jawai, if he's a little tentative, we can go at Josh and make them and get something out of that. So I wasn't. In hindsight, it was huge. At the time, I wasn't. I was glad to see him out there, but I was starting to think, maybe, I wasn't sure.
Kev, Travis is playing clearly his widest game at home this season. Was that a focus going in for yourself and Jason he's had such a massive influence up here at home this season? Was that a real focus from you guys?
Well, I think Jason did a great job on him starting out, but he's a tough guy to guard, and so our bigs did a good job on the on balls, and they play such a team game that it's really difficult to just focus on shutting down one guy. So I think everyone, especially in that fourth quarter, the second part of the fourth quarter, really bought in and focused there.
Did you feel like you had them under pressure, early in the fourth, and as the fourth went on, it seemed like you had them more and more rattled? Did you feel that?
Well, I felt it when it was maybe 73-71 them, and then we tied it up. Then Gray got a big steal there, and you could kind of feel it start to shift and us really start to dig in. So I think it was good for us in that way. And anytime you can get a win in Cairns, it's very difficult.
Andrew, when that fifth foul was called on Nathan Jarwai, was there any question in your mind that was made on the wrong player?
I don't know. It's a good question because I know they were questioning it, but I can't. I know Jawai was in the area. Nate was in the area. If that's the case, that's incredibly unlucky on their behalf. But I honestly don't know. I need to have a look at the tape. At the time, I thought it was on Jawai. But if that's not the case, I like I said, I'd happily put my hand up and say, if it was a mistake, that would be a huge, huge error. But I don't know. Do you know? No. Have you seen it? Has anyone seen the replay? I don't know. I'm sorry, I can't. I know he was in the area though, because I know he was there. It wasn't like it was that bad a one where he was at the, out in the forward spot or something. He was in the action, but whether or not I'd need to see I'd like to, we'll have a look at it. But if that's the case, that's a huge, huge error. If that's the case.